cannot express the sorrow that we feel. The victims and their families, our thoughts and prayers go out to them. No parent should ever have to send their kids to school and have them not return.
The country reeling from today's deadly school shooting just north of Miami. The FBI seen inside the school turned crime scene tonight. Agents filling bags with evidence as the investigation continues.
And here's what we know tonight. 17 people killed. The alleged shooter, 19-year-old Nicholas Cruz, in custody tonight. He was a former student at that school. 12 of those victims have been identified. Their identities not being released yet, though. The Broward County Sheriff's Office says Cruz used an AR-15 style weapon to carry out this mass shooting. He also had multiple magazines. He had been expelled from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School for disciplinary reasons.
Local schools have been watching this tragedy unfold today, and they're taking notes on how to improve security for our local students.
Try to brainstorm of, oh my gosh, the God forbid that would happen. We try to get ahead of that and say what would be the next bad thing, and maybe we can prepare for it.
The Northside Independent School District says it is constantly making changes when dealing with traumatic events.
As the Night Team's Patty Santos reports, the changes are meant to protect kids physically and mentally during a crisis like a potential mass shooting.
Nobody's immune, and we've learned that time and time again.
A mass shooting can happen and has happened in our area.
We push vigilance to our officers every day.
Lieutenant Kelly Fryer with Northside ISD says since Columbine, police officers are more proactive than reactive to a threat.
Shooters and threats take place across the nation. They're constantly changing, and we've got to change with them.
They do so with the help of more than 7,000 security cameras, more than 100 officers, and a watchful eye on social media. Parents and students speaking up is a big part.
And it's not just during school hours. The dispatch center is answering calls and investigating threats 24/7.
When something comes in, regardless it's 10 o'clock in the morning or 2 a.m. in the morning, we'll pursue that threat.
Training young people to, if they see something, say something.
Dr. Kimberly Wrigley, Director of Counseling for the district, says more than 280 counselors are tasked with helping kids cope psychologically.
Anxiety levels have gone up.
Understandably, because the threat has hit so close to home. Just last November, her staff was called to counsel Floresville High School students following the Sutherland Springs church shooting.
Help them with a crisis response model, and then we're continuing to work with them to help them come up with a model that works for their school district and help train their counselors.
And counselors say the ongoing traumatic events are changing the stigma that's attached to seeking help. Now, more and more kids are looking for signs in their friends and reporting it to someone who can help them. Reporting live tonight, Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Patty. The impact of school shootings not only raising anxiety levels, the Research Institute at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia reports it also impacts academic achievement and social and emotional growth of those students. Our coverage continues online tonight. We have an article showing how the U.S. compares to the rest of the world when it comes to mass shootings. You can find that story on the homepage of KSAT.com.